Hey everyone, welcome to another Community Spotlight. Today we're going to talk about a community called Brick Landing that is down in Brunswick County. It sits along the Intracoastal Waterway right behind Ocean Isle Beach. Hi, my name is Brian Schrader. I'm with the Coastline NC Real Estate team at BlueCoast Realty Corporation down here in southeastern North Carolina. Okay, let's just dive right into it. Brick Landing, it's a community that's been around for a while, but this is the entrance. It's gated. But when you drive through this community, you'll see that it has mature trees. It's got sidewalks throughout, but you'll see a lot of these live oak trees, which is pretty neat. It's definitely a community where they didn't clear cut the whole entire neighborhood. But there you see the clubhouse to the golf course. It sits right along the Intracoastal Waterway. Closest town is going to be the town of Charlotte, and the closest beach is going to be Ocean Isle Beach, which you can see here. Here's the shot of the backwaters. There's the front. Nice white sandy beach, but it's great for fishing. It makes this community a great location because you're close to this beach, a nice town. You're also about, I would say, maybe 20 minutes from the Myrtle Beach area as well, that has a lot of activities and things to do. But let's take a closer look on the map here. You'll see that the red arrow and the star is where Brick Landing sits. You see it's just south of Charlotte, and it's just above the South Carolina border. And if you take a look at the flood map, you'll see that there's most of the properties here are not required to carry any kind of flood insurance. There's a little bit of that brown area, which is the AE zone. So if you own a house in that section, you have a mortgage on it, you're going to be required to carry flood insurance in that section. But as far as being close to the Intracoastal Waterway, a lot of the properties are outside that zone. Let's talk about some numbers. Taxes are based on assessed value. So if you own a home in Brick Landing that's assessed at $630,000, you'll roughly pay around $2,700 per year in annual real estate tax. The HOA there on a single family home is $1,368 per year. That covers the community pool, the gate, the pass, the maintenance of the common area, the pickleball courts, tennis courts, and street lights and security. There are some condos and townhomes in this neighborhood. That HOA is going to be a little bit different. Each sub-neighborhood has its own HOA, and a lot of those condos have insurance and wind and hail and exterior maintenance on those. So it's going to be a little bit different. I always tell people to give me a call to kind of dissect the HOAs because they can be difficult. But getting back into the neighborhood, you'll see that it's got some nice walking paths. It's got some pretty trees throughout. And like again, we talked about it being gated. And there is the clubhouse there, the golf course. The golf course is open to the public, so anyone can play this course, but it's nice. You can see here getting up in the air, you can see some shots of the golf course, the practice range, and seeing some of the homes that are kind of nestled within those deciduous trees. Another unique thing here is that you got the golf course, but again, you're really close to a wildlife ramp, which is a boat ramp, which is right around the corner. So if you're an avid fisher, it's a great location. But here is some shots of the amenities. They got a great outdoor pool area. It sits on this lake. It's got some lap lanes. It's got some nice cabana areas to sit around and lounge. So it's another neat perk for living in the community. They also have some pickleball courts and tennis courts, as you can see here in this clip as well. So again, the HOA is not super high, but they do have some nice amenity. Location is a really big thing about this community. Here's some shots of some of the condominiums and townhouses that you'll see here. They have cluster of them throughout and even outside the gates as well. Some that are along the Intracoastal Waterway. But getting back to the community here, you'll see some of the course. You got Ocean Isle Beach there in the distance, in the Intracoastal Waterway. This is on a really nice, pretty calm day down there. Some real estate options there. You got the condominiums, you have the townhouses, and you also have some single family homes. They are building. There's a few new construction properties that are in this neighborhood, but it's very sparse, very far few between. But this is down along the Intracoastal Waterway. And the clubhouse, it's got a restaurant in it. So again, anyone can come up here and take a seat on their porch, get some food. But it has got some really gorgeous views of the Intracoastal Waterway. And again, if you have a boat or if you're into fishing, this also is a great spot, especially if you're into golf and into boating as well. This is a great community to check out. But here's some shots flying over some of the holes down there along the Intracoastal Waterway at Brick Landing. So again, it's really great to come down here and have this water access at your own community, and you also have the beach within a few seconds, and you're really close to boat ramps within a few seconds as well. So location, location, location. So this is Brick Landing. What I'll do is I'll post a link in the description of this video so you guys can it'll take you to a page that's got everything for sale on. So if you anything else you got questions on, always feel free to give me a call at the number here where we can discuss the HOAs, or if you have questions about a certain property. But again, that link will have a page that'll have everything for sale on, so you can check out what's available currently. You can check out what things have sold for, some closed comps, so you can get a good idea what the market's about. But for anything else, give me a call. Again, it's Brian Schrader with the Coastline NC Real Estate team at BlueCoast. If you have any other questions, feel free to text, call me, hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified on the next community update. Take care now.